Happiness in the process. There's a way. So finding happiness in the process. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now you might think that it's stressful to be in the process of actually having to produce art every day. You know, art, finances, accounting, business management, HR. Have you ever heard of the bliss of focus? This can be a tricky subject only because we always think that discipline and process is painful and challenging and just bitter, not fun at all. You start hating a passion that you have because you have to work for it. It doesn't have to be that way. For those who are new, I'm Hind and I'm an artist who's passionate about self-growth and creativity. I've been on this artistic journey for 7 years now. The art practice can hold a high potential for self-growth and can be a highly transformative experience. I vividly remember a time where, in my artistic journey, where I was struggling to find my voice as an artist. Not only this, but I was facing severe imposter syndrome. I'm a natural introvert, so I have to kind of make efforts to socialize. So those were huge blocks for me. It was only through self-discovery and self-improvement that I could actually reach some new heights. Also relationship-wise, being a member of my family, being a friend, being a partner, or even a citizen. Improving your workspace or wherever you spend the most of your time. Your office, your studio. It has to have an enticing palette and furniture that inspires you, that not only makes you comfortable, but also has some subconscious reminders of your goals and your why and where you want to go. It can be paintings, it can be statues, it can be books, it can be a vision board. Now let's talk about passion. We say that passion is something that comes and goes. It depends on inspiration, whether you're inspired that day or not, whether you feel like it or not. That's not really it. You can make passion your lifestyle. And most people embark on an artistic journey or do some kind of artistic hobby to escape a world full of trauma or stress, or, you know, they are trying to find some kind of reconciliation in art. But as we navigate life's challenges, our passion can be dimmed considerably, you know, and we can forget that we ever had that flame of passion inside of us. Now that's very sad, but it doesn't have to be the case. We don't have to think that it died forever. Here's what I've learned. Finding happiness in your creative process, wherever it is, means nurturing your inner creative child. It's like tending to a delicate flower. It needs care, attention, and sometimes some extra sunlight. We are all born creative. Overcoming creative blocks or mind blocks in general. Creative blocks can be daunting, can they? Now, these blocks can come from a weight of expectations or any other type of stressor, but they can really hinder our happiness. Now, how can you enhance your mindfulness while creating? Personally, I like to play some inspiring music. I have a personal playlist that really just calls out, or that calls for all of my my inspiring little stories in my head, and it just really brings out my soul. And so my body just resonates with it so much that it just puts me in this mindful place. It puts me in the present moment. This is the quickest way I personally do it. It doesn't always work, so sometimes breath work can be a good technique as well. So just take a few deep breaths and slow down your exhalation. Do it maybe 5-6 times. Do it as much as needed, actually. And it's only with this kind of presence and focus that you can really taste the wonderful colors. The palette becomes just more vibrant and you become immersed in your canvas. It can also be a full-on meditation right before starting your practice. I find that these things just help me, and what becomes very efficient for me is that I take on these meditative practices, these small meditative practices like breath work and music, as a ritual. So they become a habit, actually. So they bring me to this meditative present state quicker over time. So now it's an automatic process. It takes me less and less to be in the present moment. And this can be very, very powerful. You're really seeing nothing else in that moment. Now that we can taste the beauty of the moment, let's talk about fulfillment, because it's something that we all strive for. We want to be fulfilled as human beings. And so if you make your fulfillment about a certain goal, you'll never actually be fulfilled, because when you reach that goal, you'll always strive for another one, because this is the nature of us humans. However, if you make fulfillment about progress, that's something else completely. Now, what does progress tell you as information to your system? It tells you that if you keep going, you can reach better and better and better goals. So it kind of creates this infinite potential that shows you how powerful you are. So progress over progress over progress just can bring you immense satisfaction and fulfillment. And so don't forget to celebrate small wins and small victories, because those can really fuel your creativity and your vision. Balancing self-critique and self-love. Now, we're all kind of swooped in this self-critique thing. Now, it's said to be a good thing because you have to kind of do that to make progress. And if you don't do that, your environment will do it. Your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, everybody will do it. So have this harmonious and healthy conversation with yourself to give yourself rest when you need it, to give yourself treats when you reach small victories. You know, it's like talking to your inner child as an adult, you know, because your inner child is your creative child. It's the part of you that actually that is able to produce all the beautiful art. You also have to constantly remind yourself that it's human to make mistakes. And so this way you can eliminate the resistance that you face through continuous hours of work. The power of community. How beautiful is this segment? Because the artistic journey is generally viewed as a very solitary experience. Now, I spend a lot of time creating and hence I find myself alone a lot. It doesn't mean that I'm lonely, because I enjoy, you know, being with myself and creating and doing what I actually enjoy even my paintings presence, because we kind of have some kind of conversation while creating. But over time, if you don't balance it out with the social community, it can actually become very solitary, and you can feel the solitude. Now, we all know that to be present in the artistic community is a must for an artist, and it also has some analogies in every other work or endeavor. There is always a community. You cannot actually make it by yourself. It's an impossible task. Now, the artistic community can help a lot in dealing with these artistic blocks and lack of passion, lack of inspiration, you know, and these tough moments of critique and things like that, because you will be able to meet other artists and other people who actually go through the same things. And so you can bond through those things. It can spark some really cool conversations, and those conversations can help you, you know, because we exchange information, and so we can help each other grow through you know, difficulties that we face on the daily. So I highly encourage you to build your own network, and there's something very important here, is you have to balance out your network. Has to have some friends, obviously, so people that you kind of resonate with, but you have to build your network based on people that you resonate with personally and professionally. Now, some can say that that's impossible, but it's highly possible. I learned through some spiritual work that unity is really not the end of polarity, or it's not the end of opposite sides or opposite experiences. So you really can have friends that are also work related. You can have a lover who's also your work partner. Let's talk about imposter syndrome. Now, to me, This is personally my biggest challenge, is imposter syndrome. And I hear from creators from different artistic types, whether it is in cinema, in writing, in music, you always face imposter syndrome. And it's because you keep changing or you keep going into new environments all the time. And so it's not only natural to feel imposter syndrome every time, even if you've been 20 years into the field. What helps me a lot through imposter syndrome is I've made myself habituated or actually comfortable in change. So instead of change being uncomfortable to me now, I'm used to change. So if I don't see any kind of movements forward, I don't feel comfortable. I need to do something to produce some kind of change. Now, this is a healthy type of human pursuit because it helps you cope with changing environments. It helps you evolve. So in early humans, this helps our bodies to evolve through difficult, changing natural environments. And so you can use that to your benefit and actually start enjoying change. Now, what does that do to your brain? It gives you the ability to dive into a future vision and be comfortable and be more comfortable in it than staying in your present circumstances. And so that just helps you to see yourself in new and better environments with new people and with new goals just more easily. In manifestation, that just helps things to happen quicker. So you meet these very confident people that are, just moving from one environment to another and keeping the upgrades going with this natural sense of I'm meant to be here, and I'm meant to be admired by people and things like that. No, that takes, first of all, that takes courage, and over time, courage just transforms into this beautiful ease, into feeling comfortable in change. So you start feeling excited instead of feeling stressed and uncomfortable. You start actually seeing it as an exploration rather than a hostile environment where you feel like you're the target and everybody is trying to snipe you out. And this can be just so powerful and can push your limits and it can really actually help you reach some heights that you've never thought you could reach. So that's it for this video. I will upload more detailed, kind of targeted videos on areas that need a little more explanation, like imposter syndrome, overcoming creative blocks, and I'll definitely share some of my favorite meditative processes or even some meditations that I've kind of built for myself to help me through my creativity, managing my stress, or even just being in beautiful creative moods and just enjoying my present experiences rather than keeping my head stuck in the future. So I hope you found this helpful, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and please hit the post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post. So my posting schedule for the moment is every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. GMT+1, and I'll see you next time.